जेंडर केज का एक्शन हो या फिर दीपिका के हॉलीवुड ड्रीम्स की डोर, ये सभी एक डायरेक्टर के एक्शन कैमरा कट इसके हाथ में होती है। हमारे साथ है दीपिका को XXX में सेलेना बनाने वाले डायरेक्टर D.J.CARUSO। वेलकम टू इंडिया फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल।
Thank you.
So firstly, in the I would like to ask you that what inspired you for XXX, the return of Xander Cage?
The inspiration for me was to bring back a character that the audience hadn't seen for maybe 15 years or so now. And really, I love the character when I first saw Xander. He was this rebellious rebellious character who became a patriot. Had a lot of energy and was sort of himself. I thought, wouldn't it be interesting now to see where he's been for 15 years, who Sam Jackson's character had brought in the absence of Xander, and how that combination of all that would come in. So that was sort of the character was my inspiration for doing it.
So you came to India and you saw Deepika starring, and she has a lot of fan following. So what do you think about Deepika? How you see Serena in her?
How do I see Serena in her? Well, I think she brought a lot of herself to Serena because initially from our very first meeting when we were talking about the character, and I told her I wanted her to speak in her natural accent. I didn't want her to be anything. I wanted to make sure that we were injecting a lot of who she was into Serena. And they're very similar in that they're intelligent, they're very confident, they have a sort of, they're beautiful. They're both beautiful. And then also, she can handle the physicality and the action in a way that many actresses would have a lot of difficulty time doing because she's so committed to not only the rehearsal process, but just physically keeping herself in shape while we were doing that. And even a lot of the gun training on the Saturdays, she would do extra training. So she was so committed that for me it was a gift to have her as my lead actress.
Do you find any other actress other than Deepika attractive? If you have seen Hindi movies and if you know Bollywood actresses.
No, I mean I find everyone in this country attractive because I think they're just such a beautiful spirit. But it wasn't for me as if I was searching. I need to have a Bollywood actress in this movie. It was really about seeing her audition that she had done for one of the earlier movies with Vin, not the film I was doing, and just seeing the chemistry. But yes, I mean, I find you beautiful. I find everyone in this country to be very beautiful, and that's just the way that I look at the world.
You have in the film there are so many people who are from different parts of the different countries.
Yes.
So whether it was a conscious effort to take other people, so many people from other countries, and to fit them in a story, or the story was like that you search them and you audition them.
What we did was when we started to write the script, I worked with Scott Fraser. One of the early decisions we made was that when Xander Cage's character had been missing, Sam Jackson had made this agency global. It wasn't just an American agency. That's the difference between this movie and the previous ones. And so we started to write characters about we love to get Donnie Yen, but we wrote this Chinese character. We wrote a part specifically for Tony Jaa, who I had met. And so we started to write. I wrote that part for Ruby Rose, and once we got Deepika, we catered Serena, and we made Serena work for her. So it was a conscious effort in creation of the script, but it allowed me to look from all over the globe and to find out who would work out best. And we wanted to get like a UFC fighter because we wanted the character of Hawk to be that. So we went out and we were looking at Conor McGregor and Michael Bisping. So we kind of had a plan of attack based on what we did in the script.
You did not audition Deepika for XXX, so why is it so?
Why? Because I saw that chemistry, and then I went and I had my assistant go out and get me some of her films, and I watched her films, and I saw the dynamic range, and knowing that she had that great chemistry with Vin, I didn't have to audition.
Okay, in the first part of the movie, Vin, that's Xander, he dies. And then now, in the third part of 50 years, you are bringing him back. So generally it happens in Hindi movies, in Bollywood movies, that people die and they come back. So how is it happening in XXX?
Well, it's interesting because in XXX, the first XXX was made, and Xander didn't die in that movie. And then I think when the video release of the second XXX came out, at the front or the tail end of that, they had a little segment, a film video where apparently Xander had died. And so he didn't really die in the first movie for me, but what we did was we handled it in a way where creatively we said that Sam Jackson's character Gibbons knew that Xander became disillusioned with the government and no longer wanted to be part of that. So Sam Jackson kind of let him hide out. So Xander Cage probably never really died.
Yesterday, Deepika said that she suddenly got a call from you that you want, like, Vin wants to meet her.
Yeah.
So, what was the point when you thought that Deepika is the perfect girl for the character?
I thought she was the perfect girl for the character right when we were finishing our first lunch. I'd seen a little bit of the work that she had done, and once I know the character. So I usually, for me, it's more important to have a connection with my actors and actresses than it is for them to have a great audition. Particularly when you have such a strong body of work like Deepika had. It wouldn't be like, oh, can she do this? Or, of course she can do it, but can she help me elevate the character? So for me, it was at that very first lunch that I did come out here.
So are you going to shoot a triple X sequel? Like yesterday Vin said that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it all comes together as quickly as they want it to come together, and I would love to do that. I'd love to do that because we have some great ideas, some action sequences that we didn't shoot that make this movie that we'd like to put in the next. And also, now that I know these characters so well, I really feel like we can put them in situations that will be even more exciting.
Okay, and last, what you want to say to Indian fans, what they can expect from the movie?
I think they can expect to have a really good time, to meet really eccentric, crazy, wild characters that actually have good hearts and want to do the right thing. And I think if you love movies that celebrate individuality, there's a character in there for you. It could be Xander, it could be Serena, it could be Ruby Rose's character, Adele. There's so many great characters, and they're going to take you on a ride that you've never been on before. So grab onto their pants and take that ride.
Okay, thank you. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thanks so much.